me. Those legs don't look quite as big. Or maybe trying to trim down.
He's got to avoid the right rough here, David, if he can. It's been his miss. And I guess the fear of missing left sometimes will cause you to miss right.
Nope.
It goes.
A certain amount of hopelessness there, and they follow through.
That's been his pattern.
And that's why.
Way back there, too.
To 4.
Jon Rahm has a birdie putt here at the short par 4, just over 12 feet. Should move slightly to his right. Oh, yeah. Jon Rahm, quick start. 2 birdies in his first 4 holes.
Yeah, he's really, I think, got himself in a good spot mentally. He's much more mature now here at the 7th.
Lanto Griffin from just short of the green.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah. Just slides that one in the right half. Lanto Griffin gets it back to 2 over par and in good shape.
Player, but they figure out how to never hook it again. Hideki's in a situation, I think, today and yesterday where he feels that hook is in there, and good players refuse to hit it, Roger. You know that, and he's got that block right going.
Well, he's drawn a pretty good lie over here in the right rough, but still, the question is, from 179 with the hole only cut on 7 paces, you know, how quickly he can get it to stop if he lands it up on top. Now, the greens are a little bit softer so far today, but we'll see. This green is perched up.
Oh, a little recoil there. It's a beautiful green.
This now from 161. Going at it.
Yeah, that was at it all right. Dustin Johnson just looks in complete control of his game at the minute.
Yeah, he's on another level right now, David. Confidence is through the roof, and he is just mashing the sweet spot again today.
The 5th.
Brendan Todd just short of the green for birdie. This guy can roll it.
He's straight-legged. His arms are straight. Just this beautiful pendulum. He makes a triangle with his arms and just kind of rocks his shoulders.
That's 3 birdies in the first 6 holes for Todd. He's at even, 3 back.
We go out to the 3rd hole.
Ooh, and that doesn't look pretty. Right there, Matsuyama with a buried lie, it would seem. Just stick the club in the sand behind this. Very little follow-through.
Oh, he got robbed.
Was just so close to being good.
Oh.
Take a look at this. You'll see him just hammer down on it. Use the bounce on the sole of the club to make it bounce up. That sand compresses between the club face and the ball, and you can see it comes out with a little spin there, even from that buried lie. On the 7th, McIlroy for birdie. What a beautiful putt from a long way away.
Out to the 5th, moment ago, Sebastian Munoz on a huge day in his golfing career. 4 birdie.
All these putts are so critical today. I mean, they're going to be living and dying, I think. I'm not sure the leaderboards out there on the course are going to let them know where they stand, but, you know, in the back of their mind.
Over to 4, Gary.
Joaquin Niemann playing his 2nd shot after a 345-yard drive, longest of the day here at the short par 4, and he is not going to be happy with that as we go back to 3.
And Matsuyama, this would be an amazing up and down. Ooh, good try. Just a little shy. We'll go to 5.
Jon Rahm. Mark, not a good spot.
No, it was a poor tee shot and ended up in a pretty bad spot. He's going to have to try and carve one under and then kind of over.
I made a comment about trees yesterday. People were under the impression that
Whoops.
Absolutely dead center, and did get pretty lucky, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the right amount of trees are what's required, I think, nowadays. People complain about how far the ball goes. If you take all the trees out, these guys will all just bash away. I mean, here you have to really be accurate, and then when you get in a situation, this is what can happen. Oh, boy, he never even saw that branch.
All this after a good start. 2 birdies in the first 4 holes to get to even within 3. And we go to 3.
Or Matsuyama has tapped in for bogey, and Dustin Johnson now with brother Austin taking a look at this one. Now this he has a 3-shot lead at the moment. Beg your pardon, he has the 2 shots at the minute. This would open a nice little gap. But boy, Zinger, if there's a golf course where you could lose a lead,
oh yeah,
this might be it.
Yeah, the rough and the bunkers like to swallow up that golf ball, and there's plenty of both. Saw what happened to Rahm. This is a very delicate, quick left to righter. We saw Rahm have a really brutal lip out earlier.
This is a quick one, and he's just ripped it down there.
Really, you've got to hang it out there to the left, excuse me, and just let it melt down the slope. Hope for the best. There's no point in being a little aggressive with those. That's for sure. Not at this stage in the last round.
The ball can just scamper away. I mean, if you're not careful, that you could have putted that ball down to the collar of the green, and so it just completely on defense, and we're going to see a lot of that today. Greens are running 12 on the stump, but
well, for number 1 is being won by Dustin Johnson, and again you get that 2-shot lead to start at East Lake in the first round of the Tour Championship. Here he is off the 4th.
Well, tee shot on this slight dogleg right, very narrow hole. He's watching it anxiously. Got to be up the right side. Oh, look at this. Oh, Paul,
Gary,
look at this. This is the rough up by the green on a 408-yard hole.
It is unbelievable what they're doing.
Incredible.
Some of these holes.
Over at 5.
In the meantime, Rahm having his problems over here. We saw him hit the tree. This for par. Wow, what a save for Rahm. Looked like a 4 all the way, and boy, has 5 been in advantage holes. Harman looking for another birdie at the 9th. Brian Harman making a move today, projected 38th. Be back on the tee at the 178-yard par 3-6. Check out our top tracer, powered by Top Golf.
Beautiful looking hole, shooting down to this green. You got to hit it very high today. The hole's just on the front, about 8 or 9 yards. That's about as good as you can hope for. What a terrific shot for Rahm.
Back to 4.
And Matsuyama to play his second shot in the group in front. Neiman 2-putted for his par to remain at 1 under.
Just 67 yards left to the hole here for Matsuyama. Trying to take it down low. Hole cut all the way in the back. Just got to guard against going long. Okay.
Got it to spin. Yeah, that
54 yards left to the cup. It took it a little higher, but this should spin and roll out.
Yeah,
nice.
Great touch.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, 2 good birdie looks there at 4. We move up to the 6th.
And Adam Scott on the tee. 29th position. He's trying to play his way from outside in. Likes it, checks up, and a quality shot for Adam Scott. This is a big day for him as we get set for this dramatic final push for a spot in the Tour Championship, which is on the
little one from behind the hole. DJ should be watching closely. Pretty similar putt he has.
A little too firm on that line. To 6.
And Jon Rahm, a chance for another birdie, Mark.
He was walking off that last green rubbing his marker that he hasn't used all weekend on that 5th green.
You're kidding.
So good. Well, this is a real good look here for Rahm on this difficult par 3. Nice little downhiller. Oh, we just barely touched it. Will it reach?
So Rahm is going to stay even. We'll zip up to 8, Gary.
Rory McIlroy has a lengthy putt for par here, Dan. His tee shot was in the greenside bunker there behind him. Came up well short. So that's going to be a bogey. That's going to drop McIlroy to +3. And now a full 6 shots behind. Championship last week at the Northern Trust.
We're watching a Hall of Famer. He's in his mid-30s now.
Often the prime of players' careers. Beautiful.
There it goes again.
Pretty much a dream start, isn't it?
Yeah, what a start. 3 birdies in the first 4. Moves to 4 under par. And now a 5-shot lead. And that is the first time that we have seen that type of start here, that's for sure, as we go to the 5th.
And Joaquin Niemann, one of 3 players under par. Second from 151. Very talented and determined 21-year-old player looking for his first Tour Championship, which stays in this position. He will slide in easily. Back to 6, Adam Scott. Finally got this long one to cooperate a little bit yesterday.
Well, he worked hard. He said last week, the 3rd round, he had arguably the worst putting round of his life, but he's got to do better than that. He keeps getting these putts online, and he's just so tinted.
As we get out to the 5th, and Dustin Johnson has suddenly turned this place into TPC Boston.
Well, I like this play off the tee. Desperately wants to put the ball in the fairway. AJ told me that because he uses a low spin ball on the holes where the flag is cut towards the front, he's going to lay back, and he's done it all week.
9, now 2nd shot, perfect position here.
Tough shot to get close. The hole's all the way in the very back. And there's a little ridge right there that starting to trickle back down that he needed to get just over.
Going to be a busy few days perhaps for Rory McIlroy. He and his wife Erica, we've talked about expecting their first child, so stay tuned for that. Back at the 5th, Matsuyama off the tee.
Well, it's important for Matsuyama to match up DJ, put it on the fairway. Not doing it, Raj.
Sooner or later catches up to you. Maybe today is the day. Up ahead on the green, Mackenzie Hughes hit his 2nd shot over the green, so has this long one up over this little ridge for par. He will pay the price. Still not in for bogey is Hughes. Here's Joaquin Niemann. 2 birdies in the first 3 holes. Looking to get to 2 under.
Not a lot in this one. It is downhill. Dead straight. He made it. What a putt. Talking to Dean Elliott, his caddy, earlier. You know, Joaquin Niemann's a small guy. He's only 21 or 2 now, I guess, and he probably weighs 140 or 50 pounds. But his caddy, Dean Elliott, told me, he said, pound for pound, this guy is strong.
He does a core workout, which is legendary. I mean, he is just fit as you can possibly be. I know he's only 21, but here's McIlroy for birdie. So settling for par after that monster drive, but again, it's a tough hole to get at. So McIlroy will remain +1 on the day, +3 for the championship, and the bogey putt for Mackenzie Hughes. Seeking his first Tour Championship. Coming into this BMW Championship 36th on the points list. 1 win coming in the 16-17 season for him at the RSM Classic, but he had that 2nd place finish right behind Sung Jae Im earlier this year, coming after 5 straight missed cuts. But boy, has he sharpened up his game for the playoffs.
Oh boy, nice stroke.
Tied for 13th in the playoff opener last week at the Northern Trust. Was projected at 22, so now he's lost a little bit of ground. So We'll continue to watch Hughes in his quest to get to East Lake for the first time. Over at the 7th.
Adam Scott, 323-yard tee shot there. No, he won't. He won't be overly fond of that. Back to 5.
And Matsuyama, Roger.
179 from the right rough, and it's the grass is very light over here, so that's not a problem. Got to play it up across some trees here. Got some breeze against them, which will help, but the pin's only cut on 8 paces. And 179.
That bunker in the middle of the screen is a good 20 yards short of the green, but the top of it matches up with the front edge, and there's the appearance that the green's closer than it is. And boy, he got robbed. I mean, earlier in the week, if he'd landed it there from the rough, it probably would have hopped on. Came out spinny.
Meantime, Dustin Johnson in perfect position.
162. Breeze against. And it's going a little right of the hole.
Yeah, that's about as loose a shot as we've seen from Dustin Johnson in quite some time. Over at the 7th.
Jon Rahm. Another big tee shot, just a little over 100 yards to the hole. Wants a bounce and doesn't get it. A little disappointing there for the Spaniard. He is 4 back at the moment. There's a lot of golf to be played here in the last round of this BMW Championship. We'll be back.